Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's live stream. Before we get in, Seda, thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. We saw that happen just before we went live, so appreciate it. If you weren't aware, Deadman Armageddon begins tomorrow at 5 p.m. BST, and we are here to catch everyone up on what you can expect once the newest edition of Deadman kicks off. First, we'll go over what's in store tomorrow so that you can be prepared. And afterwards, we will answer the most asked questions you've asked across all our socials about Deadman Armageddon. And then if we've got some time, we'll go over some chat questions as well. I am joined by my PvP stunt double, Mod Manked. How are you? You've worked pretty hard on Deadman, I'd say, and it will be out tomorrow. How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty hard. I'm so excited for it, obviously. I can't believe it's starting in under 24 hours now. It's insane how quickly time has gone. It's halfway through July, which is mental. But yeah, no, I can't wait for it. It's going to be an absolute show. I feel like best Deadman yet, hopefully. Apart from the original, I don't think it could be that, but very excited.
Still high praise, though. Still high praise. Is this like one of your other Christmas periods for the year?
Yeah, I'd say this is probably better than Christmas, to be honest.
Ooh, okay. This is Mod Mank's Christmas. Let's go. All right. I can use actually awesome. We were joking about not being able to use that before, but awesome. Now, before we kick things off, I'm just going to address right at the start of the stream, even though it's not a Wild Guffix stream. Our team has been hard at work, working through all of your feedback, and have some tweaks and fixes lined up based on that. We should be able to get you an in-depth update, most likely tomorrow. With what you can expect, but we won't be answering any more Wild Guffix Sleeps questions here because today we are getting hyped for Deadman. It's time for the PvPers out there to get excited for once. I feel like it's very rare we get to do like a PvP focus stream, and now we can. So yeah, get hyped. It's time. Before we jump into letting you know what's coming, let's talk about our announcements. ! Game update. This week sees Wild Guffix Sleep's feedback changes, drop adjustments, more common burning clause drops, and more. Plus, of course, the reason why we're here, Deadman Armageddon begins tomorrow, so you can check that out with ! Game update. ! Video. Sea Engineer, Port Khazard, Katarina, JCW or JCB for those that know, Skill Specs, Dino, Pure Spam, and Eliop 14 joined Mank to give you the best tips and tricks you could need before Deadman Armageddon. So after this stream, because you want to stay tuned for all the stuff we've got to say, go and use ! Video and check that out. It's a very, very good handy tips and trips guide. ! DMM. If you want to get a bit more prepared while you're watching the stream, you can check out a handy blog to ready yourself for Deadman Armageddon, featuring main game cosmetics, new sigils, better breaches, and a revised finale, and much more. And then we've got two more. We're nearly there, guys. Don't worry. ! Poll 82. We've made a handful of changes to our Poll 82 blog with your feedback in mind, and you can find out the updated questions for the minigame makeover poll with ! Poll 82. And one of the most exciting things, especially for Twitch, we've got some new emotes. It's pretty cool. We've got them up on the screen right now, and they have been enabled in the BTTV extension, which you can have them there, and they're also available in the Twitch chat. So go ahead, start using them. They're there for you, and you can use ! Jordbear if you want to find out more, as we've partnered with the talented community creator of the same name for the new old school RuneScape emotes. So check out her profile to see all of her amazing artworks. And as you can see on the screen, they are adorable and amazing. And as a little bit more information, here we wanted to remake the most used emotes at Twitch and Discord with an old school touch. So for example, we know how much you like Pop Friend. So we now have a Cuthbert Pop Friend emote. It was a must to use some of the most iconic old school NPCs here. And also for the release of Wild Guffix Sleeps, we also made sure to create some emotes relevant to this iconic quest. I feel like Giga Chad, Raid, and Yapping will see a lot of use. Manked, where are you sitting in your favorite one of this lot?
It's a mix between pot friend and the hypers. Hypers is growing on me. It was pot friend originally, but yeah, hypers is doing well.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I'm a big fan of the gnome stare myself. Even though I've got like an inverted version on my script, which looks even more cursed, which I'm a big fan of. So yeah, lots of gnome stares in the chat when available. Awesome. All right, you know what, chat? Spam your favorite. Go for it. You know, use them. That's what we got them there for. You know, go for it. They're available for all our Twitch followers. You've got Cuthbert Potfriend, the Wise Old Man Lol, Baron Hypers, Crown Cappy, Dedged. If your favorite is one of these, you know, share it in chat now. And you know, actually, why not share the Dedged emote in honor of DMM launching tomorrow? Let's go. Yeah, and you can use them at Better TV as well. And we also have these emotes available on Discord. So you can type !Discord for a link to our official server and try all the emotes there too. My big ramble is over. That's not DMM related, but now we can get on to the second ramble, which is DMM related, which I'm sure you guys are all here and all excited for. So we thought we'd highlight a few things we'd like to chat through before we go in. So this year we will have 4 breaches per day, up from the previous number of 3, and introduce brand new region breaches. Now, region breaches see monsters spawn across the entire area, such as Misthalin, Asgarnia, perhaps even Varlamore. Obviously, you'll have to wait and see and jump in and find out yourself. But one of these will spawn at a completely random time, meaning the schedule looks a little bit like this. So one breach will happen at 3 a.m. BST. A second breach will happen at 11 a.m. BST. And the final breach will happen at 8 p.m. BST. And the mystery one, totally random. Could literally pop up at any moment of the day, maybe at the same time of one of the breaches. Who knows? So you're going to have to pick your battles carefully. All right? So just keep that in mind. And again, they could appear pretty much anywhere, I'd say, Manked. I don't know if there's many areas off that.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to, for the region breaches, we tried to make it more areas where the normal breaches don't really occur, just to, mix it up where people actually go to.
Yeah, there you go. So just keep an eye out. You know, you might be chopping willows at Draenor at some point, and then boom, Jad's in there smacking you about or something. I don't know. So just be prepared. And then, right, second thing you should know is the prize pool is $25,000, from which you can earn a slice of by earning points by participating in breaches and progressing your account. However, this year, for the very first time, you'll be able to use those points to earn tradable cosmetic rewards in the main game. I think it's a first for a PvP event, Manked, but feel free to correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep, I wanted it for years, and I'm so happy. I looked at my old tweets, and I was begging for cosmetic rewards. So yeah, finally got there.
There we go. Finally, yeah. It's been a while, and I feel like the PvPers out there deserve some sort of cosmetic at last for something like this. So it's good. It's good. And it's not just breaches either. Remember that points can be earned by progressing your account in a number of ways. So it doesn't matter how you want to play this Deadman, whether you want to PVM, whether you just want to sit there and skill, whether you want to do quests, combat achievements, achievement diaries, clue scrolls, or you just want to PvP and do the breaches. There are plenty of ways to earn points so you can get those cosmetic rewards. So, there's a little bit for everyone here. Even though Deadman is primarily a PvP-focused event, you have plenty of opportunity to get those points, no matter how you want. So, which is pretty cool, I think, Matt. Pretty cool.
It's going to be great.
Right, rewards. And we told you about rewards. So if you haven't seen them, I'm sure you will have. But you voted on these earlier this year. In case you need a reminder, here's a full preview of the God Cape recolors. Can we get that up on screen? There we go. Very, very cool. Oh man, the Guffix one looks so nice. I'm biased though. All the Guffix stuff looks good. We do have, and perhaps which is our favorite, the home teleport animation override, which is so nice, so good. Matt, I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about the inspiration for this.
The inspiration from me was, hey art team, can we have a home teleport for Deadman? And then they cooked.
They did cook. They sort of just went, yeah, all right, we hear you, and they came up with this amazing. It's so good. It's so good. This is like one of the reasons I want to play Deadman now. Like honestly, so yeah, pretty cool stuff. Again, if you want to see the other ones, feel free to go and check out the blog with !DMM. You should see them in there. Right, next thing you should know is you'll be able to purchase these in the main game from Nigel in Lumbridge Graveyard after Deadman Armageddon wraps up. And your points are transferred over. I don't know if we're revealing the amount of points yet, are we, Manked? We're keeping that hush for now.
We'll probably discuss that later on.
Interesting. So maybe we'll get a sneak peek of that. But our new finale format means you might be able to blag your way to the end of the world and earn cold hard cash, plus a Deadman Armageddon exclusive medal, which is a first for DMM as well. So if you've seen the leagues ones, they're very similar to that in the sort of like style. It would be the logo, and you could bag yourself one of them, and as well as some cash. This year we're splitting the finale into 5 combat brackets: 45 to 50, 51 to 70, 71 to 90, 91 to 110, and finally 111 to 126. Where the winners from each bracket will earn prizes, allowing you to try and theory craft or optimize your way to win in a lower combat brackets like we've never seen before. What was your reasoning behind this change, mate?
Just thought it'd be really funny to see a bunch of like people in blue wizard robes trying to fight against each other, and then against a bunch of NPCs as well in a finale. And I think it's just there's going to be so many different strategies.
Oh,
everyone. Oh,
you're back. You're back. I think you glitched a bit.
My bad, guys. Yeah, sorry. Everyone's seen kind of level 126s fighting it out, but no one's ever seen 100 level 50s fighting it out. So I think it will be quite nostalgic to an extent, and should be a lot of fun.
I really do think it might be some of the most chaotic brackets we see in the lower levels, which I'm really looking forward here to, which is fantastic. Yes, so let's have a look. Alternatively, you can still earn prize money and medals by scoring points and moving up the leaderboard for entries into our raffle draw. So, not just have to be the top players, but I think, Mank, do you want to explain that a bit more in terms of how they can get onto that?
So the top 20%, if you're in the top 20%, you have a chance to win, basically. And then it goes up by the percentage of points. So the top 20% there's 1 winner, then the top, I want to say 5%, there's 2 winners, I think. Then top 1%, there's another 2 winners. It basically goes like that. That's all in the blog for the actual amount of people that will win. But we wanted to give the casual player who maybe isn't the best at PvP, but is an insane skiller and can get loads of points and get really high on the leaderboard, a chance to actually win something.
It's very, very cool. There's a lot of thought for a lot of players in this version, which is really good. But obviously, the PvPers are still probably primarily the prime target for this Deadman, of course. Beyond that, we've got brand new breach monsters, brand new corrupted weaponry, blighted overloads, changes to prayer that are sure to shake up the lower brackets with rigor and augury, reworked, revived, and rebalanced sigils, global loot table changes, and your very first chance to experience recent releases like Scurrius, Varlamore, or Tormented Demons in a Deadman setting. So that is some big sort of overview things about DMM, which I think is quite exciting, I would say. Very exciting. I've seen a lot of hype around this Deadman. You guys, Manked, and the team have been... I'm pretty sure I remember since the end of the last one, you guys were like, right, we've got a bunch of things we want to change. Is it exciting to finally be able to say, like, you guys can experience it now?
Yeah, I think last Deadman we collated loads of feedback, obviously, and sometimes it is too late to implement feedback due to certain restrictions we've got. So we made sure we implemented it for this one. So again, I think this one will be the best one, hopefully the most balanced. So it should just be the most enjoyable for everyone involved.
Awesome. Hopefully you say that about the next one as well, and the next one after that, and it will just continually improve. That's the the hope.
Dream.
Yes, indeed. All right, so that is our little sort of like information dump over. But I think we should get on to some Q&As because Mank's probably been sitting there for a while, not speaking much, and I would like a swig of water. I'm not going to lie. So we will start with what time on Friday does DMM actually launch, Mank?
So it actually starts in just under 24 hours. So it's currently 5:20 p.m. in the UK, and it starts tomorrow at 5 p.m. So whatever time zone you're in, 20 minutes ago it starts tomorrow. That was the worst way I could have worded that probably, but yeah, in 23 hours and 40 minutes. There you go.
There you go. Wherever you are, that counts. 23 hours and 40 minutes, or just under 24 hours. So there you go. So just set your alarms, check your clocks, whatever, set your timers up, go to bed maybe a bit earlier than you normally would, or way later, depending on how you're taking on this Deadman. You know, make sure you get that sleep in, because I imagine a lot of you are going to be staying up for quite a while playing this, especially on day one. So, yeah, get yourself prepared, get your meals prepped. You know, we know what you like. So let's, yeah, just get at it. Just get at it, guys. All right, will we need to speak to Nigel again on World 45 if we wish to play Deadman on that account, or will all accounts logging into Armageddon be automatically reset on 45?
So there's a few ways this works. If you did play Deadman Apocalypse, so the last Deadman, and yeah, you made any progress, then you should, or hopefully you've logged into World 45 and transferred your account. If you've done that, then that's great. You need to go to Nigel in Lumbridge and reset your account. You just talk to him and say, yeah, I want to reset everything. And then on Friday, you can just log into the worlds. If you played Deadman Apocalypse and you didn't transfer your account to World 45, all you need to do is log into a Deadman Armageddon world and reset your account. It'll prompt you and you just reset your account. And if you've never played Deadman before, you've never played Deadman Permanent before, which is World 45, then you can just straight up just log in and have fun. And oh yeah, everything on those accounts will be reset. There's like 8 different questions saying, are you sure you want to reset this? So yeah, everything's lost. Otherwise, you'd be bringing literally everything that you've got currently in Permanent Deadman to Deadman Armageddon, and it wouldn't be a fresh economy. So of course, we want everything to be fresh and fun. So
yes, so just be aware, if you're going to do this, it will reset your account, your World 45 account, not your main account, just your World 45 account. So if you don't want that to happen, maybe hop on a new account or an alt that you've got instead that you don't mind that happening to. So just make sure, again, like Mank said, there are plenty of warnings, but we will give you another just to be safe. All right, thank you, Mank. Are there any learnings from previous DMMs that you've applied here for Deadman Armageddon?
Yeah, so much balancing this time around. I think we took what we had last Deadman and just tried to make this one a lot more balanced around that. So we have introduced new systems like region breaches, but then we've also worked on sigils to try and make them more, enjoyable, give more variety through trying to balance them all and not make them all a lot weaker, but make a lot of them more strong actually, because it should be hopefully more enjoyable. You're only playing for 2 weeks, so you want to have a good time for that entire time. So we're making you really powerful, and you might never have done raids or never have done some form of PVM, and you might easily be able to do that now because you've got sigils. So that will give you kind of that boost of confidence to potentially do it. And yeah, I think that was our mindset for the whole Deadman. Just keep it, don't go too crazy with it. Make sure everything is balanced. People should enjoy themselves. Ensure we cater to kind of everyone if we can. And that was our approach.
Sick. Thank you very much, Mank. All right, here's a good question. I will answer something that I saw in chat. Yes, you will need membership to play Deadman. Like most other timed game mode things like leagues, yes, you do need membership. So just bear that in mind before you start. Make sure you have membership on your account because you don't want to be logging on and being like, oh no, I can't get in. What's going on? Losing valuable seconds. You don't want to be doing that. Right. So the next thing is, which is I think a really good question to ask. Assuming I've never played DMM before, Why should I care about this one?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think a lot of people see Deadman as just a PvP game mode and, kind of just dismiss it from there. We have really tried to make it a lot more casual friendly. I think the cosmetic rewards are kind of the biggest appeal for someone who maybe isn't very interested in PvP, but enjoys RuneScape, as well as Deadman, because it's a limited time game mode. You have so many different buffs that just make the gameplay feel a lot more enjoyable. And like I said earlier, we've tried to balance everything a lot more for this Deadman. So if you are a casual player and you just want to skill, you don't need to PvP in Deadman. You can just you can play it really smart and stay to safe zones, or just keep your wits about you when you're running around. And you could probably, I think you could get all of the cosmetic rewards without actually having to run into any PKs. So yeah, we're basically just tried to make it more enjoyable for everyone involved, not primarily focused on the PvPers, giving points for any piece of content people might like doing. Like, you might love doing clues. Well, great, you can go do clues, you can get loads of points, and you can get those rewards. So yeah, we've tried to slightly go away from just making it for clans and like people that just want to be really sweaty and take over everything on their own, and more for everyone to have an enjoyable time.
I will say something I found when I played the last DMM, and maybe I'm giving my own little tactics away, but I think it's nice, especially for the more casual players. Honestly, do some quests that will give you access to areas that people don't normally do, because you'll be surprised how many places you can duck in and people can't come and chase you. I'm just going to call out Elemental Workshop for one. I used that last DMM to duck out of so many people trying to kill me because they couldn't access that, which made it very, very nice to play that I had some sort of escape method, which was nice. Awesome. All right, so question 5. What are you, as a designer, most looking forward to in this DMM?
I think just to see how everything interacts with each other. Obviously, we kind of design components individually, and we have the whole picture in mind. Like, we want everything to work well and synchronize well together. But to actually see it come to life, and to see people, go to the breaches, get the new secondary that's used for the new Blighted Overload potions, and just kind of, see how everything interlinks and works, is the thing I'm most excited for. And obviously, just to see the content that everyone gets up to, as well as feedback from players saying, I've seen a lot, and I mean a lot, of comments from people saying this is going to be my first Deadman. I'm very excited, and that to me is so exciting. So I'm really hopeful that people get stuck in and just enjoy it, because I don't think enough people give it a chance. So hopefully this time around people give it a chance and realize, oh, you know what, maybe Deadman was actually for me, even though I thought it wasn't.
Yeah, honestly, I would give it a go. If you've never done DMM or any PvP, just jump in and give it a go. Especially if you've already got membership, like, it's worth jumping into and just seeing what it's like. You might find that you really enjoy it. You might find this ain't for me, but you know what? There are opportunities to skill in this Deadman, which is great, or quest, or do whatever. So I feel like, to Mank's point, is probably the best Deadman for any kind of player to get involved in. It's a good opportunity. And again, if you don't like it, cool. Just go play the main game like normal. But I would highly encourage you, as a more casual player, to go on and give it a go, because I did, and I had a great time last DMM. Awesome. I will say I saw something in the chat which you might be able to answer, Manked. Do I have to play on my Ironman if I want to get the cosmetics?
So all the rewards are tradable. So obviously, if you're a main account and you're not interested in Deadman, but you do want the rewards, you don't have to play. You can just let someone else play it and then buy the cosmetics off them if they're willing to sell them. But yeah, if you do want it on your Ironman, you will need to reset your World 45 account if you do have a World 45 account, and then use your Ironman account to play in Deadman, and then you'll have those rewards. And I don't think we've actually mentioned this yet, but you will get the rewards for your old school account and your World 45 account. So you can actually buy the rewards on both of those profiles if you are a keen World 45 player as well.
There you go. So there you go. So if you don't really want to get rid of your World 45 account, I imagine you'll just be able to be like, you know what, I'll see if it's on the GE, which is kind of nice. So You know, you can play on an ult and keep your world 45 progress if you'd like. Awesome stuff. All right, let's go to something more specific now, Manked. Will the private instance of Scurrius still reward XP?
If you've got in there, you're going to have to file a bug report because you shouldn't be able to get into the private instance for Scurrius. We've disabled that. You know, you're going to have to go in the public room for everyone, with everyone even. So good luck out there. It is multi. If you decide to go there.
Or I'm already feeling a mass at some point on maybe one of the streamers doing a mass Scurrius run, which will be very, very fun. So I might float around if I can on my JMod account, seeing what people are up to, because it's always fun seeing what people are doing in DMM. All right, let's talk about Varlamore next. Will there be any safe banks within the region, or will the entire region be dangerous?
Varlamore is going to be a scary place. I know the Perilous Moons boss fights, that's going to be really scary because I think that's multi. So you can get very well rewarded for that content, but yeah, it's going to be very dangerous. No banks are safe on Varlamore. Varlamore is enter at your own risk.
There you go. Interesting. So, you know, take that as you will. You know, if you can risk Varlamore, maybe you want to do some Hunters Rumors to get that up, or take on the Colosseum. Be aware, you will be. I mean, I imagine just very exposed there. So just be careful. All right, let's talk a bit about one of the rewards next, Manked. What rooms will the Deadman rug be usable in? Just rooms with carpets alone, or can I use it in my Nexus room?
So I was meant to check this actually. I have run around in my house before, and I was just going to all the rug spaces and adding it to them. So I want to say it's available in a lot of the different rooms. I can't quite remember exactly which one because it was my colleague who actually did this implementation for the rugs. But you will need multiple rugs for each room as well.
There you go. So maybe that's what you want to spend all your points on, is making your POH look as deadly as possible. So there we go. Speaking of the Deadman rug, how will the other rewards work when we've purchased them?
So the other rewards, we're doing it a little bit differently. Obviously, a lot of the corrupted weapons and the cape cosmetics, typically, you know, people die in RuneScape and they lose their items. So what we've done is when you buy one of the scrolls from Nigel in Lumbridge Graveyard, you'll use that scroll on Nigel, and then you basically unlock the ability to override your item with the cosmetic. So then you could take 20 AGSs, use them all on him, and override all of them. And then whenever you die and you actually lose your AGS, the PK will obviously get a normal AGS, and the cosmetic override will just be gone. But it should hopefully make it a lot nicer for people if you want to override 20 Major Arena 2 capes, so you don't have to constantly, add the cosmetic. You can do that, so it should be a lot nicer, hopefully. And you know, for like a UIM, for example, if they get the unlock, they can, you know, they can put the cosmetic override whenever they want, or not, you know. So yeah, it should hopefully be. It's a bit different than what we've done in the past, but hopefully it should be quite nice for people. Oh, and I don't know whether we're going to talk about it at all later on. Maybe you've got a question for me later on about it. But to find out how much each reward does cost, you can currently go to Nigel in the graveyard, trade with him, and you can see all of the rewards. You can see how much they all of them cost, so you know kind of what to aim for.
There you go. So you can already pre-plan your DMM journey, I suppose, with your points, knowing the cost of things. And what a lovely change, honestly, mate. What a nice change. So I saw a lot of love for that in the chat, which is great. Let's talk about, we'll go over some tips and tricks. What can you share with us for this DMM? What to watch out for, what to do to be prepared? I will say, you can also watch, regardless of this stream, ! video after the stream. I think it's a 23-minute video, which will go over a ton of information about what you can, tips and tricks that are very, very handy. No matter what type of player you are, I feel like the video does a really good job covering every kind of player. But Manked, what have you got?
Yeah, I've seen some questions in the chat that I might go over quickly. So,
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
some tips and tricks. Someone's asked, how do you get tier 3 sigils? They've never seen it answered. If you go to the higher level brackets, you're more likely to obtain them. In the lower level brackets, you can't actually get them. So you need to be, I can't remember exactly if it's the third or fourth bracket, you know, the 91 to 110 or higher. Those are the brackets where you can get the better tier sigils. And we have actually added sigils from skilling this time around. So there's a like woodcutting, fishing. You can get sigils from those. So the tier of sigil is related to the combat bracket you're in. So you can literally, if you're cutting an oak tree and you're in the top bracket, you could get one of the best sigils. You know, we're trying to make it a lot more open for people, and you know, for casual people that want to play. I also saw another comment which was, if I've only got 3 hours to play, am I wasting my time? I'm pretty sure you could quite easily get all of the cosmetic rewards by playing 3 hours a day, if not have excess points. And you could definitely have a lot of fun. The reason we've got brackets these days is to allow people to kind of cater their playstyle to the game mode. Obviously, Deadman, typically you think, okay, I need to compete with streamers that are playing 18 hours a day. Well, no, you don't anymore. You can sit in a lower combat bracket, like 3 to 50, and do you know how long it takes to get an account that's level 50 when you've got 10 times XP? It would be a couple of hours, right? So it's going to be a lot more accessible. If you don't have as much time to play, you can literally just stay in a lower bracket. You only have to compete with people that are very low stats and can't get amazing gear. So you're never really going to be outgeared and stuff. And funnily enough, that's what I plan to do as well. I'm going to be starting late because I'm working the evening and the following day to make sure everything's in order for Deadman. So I'm going to start late and I'm going to play in the lower brackets and have some fun. And yeah, I guess I didn't really answer the question, did I, for tips and tricks? The tips and tricks, I think definitely the video that we did upload had so many tips and tricks. If you literally YouTube Deadman Armageddon OSRS, there are so many guides right now by content creators that are giving you like, this is what you can do in these brackets, this is how you can make money, and they have so many good points where it's just like, you know, bring food with you, have a plan. If you don't have a plan, just have a goal that you want to hit and just go for that. I think, yeah, me being able to say specific tips and tricks right now is probably wouldn't be too helpful for people, but there's so many videos for you to get information from if you want to have a look at those.
There you go. Plenty of sources out there. So go and have a explore. Maybe your favorite content creator has a video. Maybe watch that. Maybe if not, go to someone that you know maybe is quite, you know, versed in PvP and wants to give you some extra information. Maybe there's some skiller ones out there. Who knows? Go and have a look. I think that's very good advice. Very good advice, mate. Awesome. All right. What's the best way to get good at PvP as an Ironman before the mode starts? This person in particular says, I've done LMS but want to learn more in depth.
Yeah, okay. Before Deadman starts, you've got, you know, 23 hours and 23 minutes. I would probably, if you've done some LMS, I'd say you're actually like probably, you know, average already. But for Deadman specifically, you probably want to focus on your escapes. Because escapes are huge, and if you know, again, we cover this in the video that we uploaded, and it is none other than Skill Specs who teaches you about this, but freeze hugging people. So this is where you catch a freeze on the PK trying to kill you, and you run around a tree, and you can just escape for free. That will save you 99% of the time in Deadman. So, you know, that is a great thing to learn before it starts, and you will annoy a lot of PKs by knowing that. So I think that's like kind of the biggest thing. Otherwise, probably just jumping on like a low level and learning how to PK people. It sounds really weird, but knowing kind of when to spec is going to help you a lot. Knowing how to get food out of the bank sounds silly, but when you open the bank and you're panicking because you're getting attacked by someone with knives, knowing, you know, where you need to click, you can actually put a food right in the middle of your bank interface, and then whenever you click on the chest to open it, you just keep on clicking again in the same spot, and it will keep on clicking on that food. So you can withdraw food without necessarily being really good, you know. So there's so many little things that you can do. Again, that video that we uploaded covers a lot of it.
Yeah, honestly, I can't recommend it enough. I watched it yesterday and it was very, very insightful, massively insightful. So yeah, go and check it out. Exclamation mark video, I think it was. Maybe I'm wrong, but exclamation mark video after the stream, or have it on in the background. Maybe who knows? Who knows? Whatever you want to do. All right, next question then. Will the new imbued god capes have a max cape variant?
So no, I think we did discuss this internally, and we want to keep max cape variants for very specific, best in slot kind of things. Of course, technically, the imbued god capes are best in slot for mage, but because it's a Deadman variant, it felt a little bit wrong to, then do a Deadman imbued god cape max cape variant. So we're not going to do that. I would love it, but I completely agree with the team that we shouldn't. So we're not going to for this. And I don't think they'll be stored in the POH cape rack. But again, like I said earlier, you can add or remove the cosmetic override whenever you want. So if you can currently store the regular imbued cape in your POH, you can just quickly use the cape on Nigel and then just put it in your house, and then you're chilling. And then whenever you want to use it again, you go back to Nigel and use the cape on him. So yeah, free storage.
Free storage indeed. There we go. All right, here we go. This one's a very, very specific question, I will say. How does the Shield of Arrav autocomplete work with gangs?
So it's just RNG. It literally thinks, are you going to be a 0? Are you going to be a 1? And then you get assigned a 0 or 1, and then you're in a gang of old school's choosing.
At the mercy of RNG, I like that. Maybe we should have made that the actual quest quest variable to be like, oh no, all my mates are now Phoenix Gang. I'm gonna have to find someone. I'm gonna have to speak to another individual. But I'm sure we won't change it. But I love the chaos, so I'm biased. All right, next one. I mean, we've already gone over that. Possible for Ironman with current 145 accounts to earn the new cosmetics. Yes, but obviously, you'll need to reset your account, so just bear that in mind. All right, bear that in mind. Manked, I will just confirm with you next one because this is highlighted a bit funky in the script. Is question 16 okay?
Yep, go for it.
Sick. All right. What is swapping? I've seen this in the chat come up a little bit. Why do people do it? Is it safe? And if not, why is it allowed?
Okay, so swapping is where you have some Deadman gold and a player has some old school gold, and they give you the Deadman gold and you give them the old school gold, or whatever it is, whichever way you're swapping. And then basically you're gaining one currency, they're gaining another currency. That's the basic premise of it. Why do people do it? Well, there's certain people that want to really grind really hard, and there's other people that don't want to play Deadman maybe that competitively and just want to make a bunch of money for bonds. So it's a way for people to do that, to allow people to do different play styles. Is it safe? Technically no. It is completely down to trust trades. Would absolutely love for us to implement a feature that allowed us to have like a built-in system for this. I have requested it. Don't worry, I have requested it, but it's apparently going to take a lot of work to actually implement that. So currently it is do it at your own risk, and it's allowed because it's very hard, to police. I think it would take a lot of resources for us. So it's not. I wouldn't necessarily say it's that bad for the game as a whole. We've got combat brackets these days. You're not competing against someone who's in the level 126 bracket who's got max gear, and you're just chilling and you're level 50. So you're kind of relaxed. And also for those casual players out there that might not know how to make money that easily in old school, you can literally jump into Deadman and you can probably do like kill green dragons or something, and you're probably making like 10 mil an hour or something ridiculous. It's very good rates on Deadman. The swapping rate is typically very good, so it can be quite fun for people to make a lot more money than they normally would as well.
Yeah, I will just reiterate the point of just be careful when you're doing it. Like, obviously, we are not policing it, and we can't police it right now. So if you're going to swap, just know that you are doing it at your own risk. So just take the due diligence, and double check, triple check, quadruple check wherever you're, whatever you're doing to swap that gold. Just make sure it is a risk every time you do it. So just bear that in mind if you're going to do it and you haven't done it before. Awesome. All right. Next question then. For the 1 in 500 chance at obtaining a global loot table drop from woodcutting in danger zones, does the 3 times sigil make that a 3 out of 500 chance, or still 1 out of 500 you get triple resources?
So that will still be a 1 in 500, but you get triple resources. It's the same for the XP, I believe. You still only get XP for 1 resource. So yeah, it's basically just per action. So per every time you hit the tree and you get 1 log, 2 logs, 3 logs, doesn't matter how many logs you get. It's just that is the chance for the 1 in 500.
There you go. Excellent stuff. Thank you, Manked. All right. Will the agility X? These are going to go very specific now, I imagine. So hopefully we can get onto some of your chat questions. So if you've got any, please chuck them in the chat, and we'll hopefully get round to them. Will the agility XP gained from the Sigil of Life, I think that's pronounced, benefit from the XP multiplier?
Yep. So if you're level 1, I think a lot of people have said you're just going to get 2 XP every 10 cycles or ticks, and they were like, oh, it sucks. But you get the XP multiplier does kick in. So you get at level 1, you get 20 XP every 10 cycles. So yeah, the multiplier does work, and it is quite a strong sigil. Oh, even though, so a lot of people will be like, oh, why would I use that? Why do I care about agility XP? Because a lot of people don't know this. You do have unlimited run in Deadman Armageddon. We have added it. So everyone has run.
Yeah. What a nice little quoll. What a nice little quoll. That's great. You know what? Interesting question, Manked. Can run still be drained, though, in certain scenarios?
Yep. It can be drained. There's very limited scenarios. So you've got the Ruthless Ranger sigil. You've got, like a Venenatis web. That will also drain your run. And then you've got the Morrigan's Throne Axes. They will also drain your run. But, for 99% of the game, your run won't be drained. So you'll be able to run around as much as possible. If you do end up with 0 run, the second you get 1 run again, you have unlimited run. So you're chilling.
Yeah, so just bear that in mind if you're doing certain content that you already know drains run. It might be a good idea just to keep that in mind when you're doing that, and not get caught out for, oh no, I can't run anymore. Oh, what's going on? So just keep that in mind. All right, I saw people in the chat, so I might not get Mank to answer this if he doesn't know off the top of his head. But can you provide a rough idea of how many points rewards might cost? If not, I saw people spamming it in the chat, so please go ahead and put it in there again.
Yeah, so because you can go to Nigel right now in Lumbridge Graveyard and trade him and see how many all of them are, you'll be able to get an exact amount. I think it's around 30,000 points. Again, if you skill, and let's say you just want 1 reward, which is 9,000 points, if you get 900 total, you've got that reward. And 900 total when XP is times 10 is not hard at all. And then if you go to Breach or something, you're going to get a lot of points.
Sick. Thank you very much. I will jump in with a random chat question that I've been pinged. Does the cape reward cover all 3 capes, or do you need to purchase it 3 times?
So we're being generous. The cape reward covers all the capes. So once you purchase that once and use it on Nigel, you get all of the capes. The same for the weapon one as well. Once you purchase that weapon reward, you have all of the weapon cosmetics too.
There you go. So yeah, you can don't have to worry about the duplicate rewards. You can just go in, get the one, and get out of there. So if you're focusing on points for a little bit, then easy peasy. All right, is the Sigil of Deception balanced because pickpocketing in the safe zone is entirely safe?
Yeah, so this one, people need to remember that although Sigil of Deception will be quite strong because, you can just click and then you can just relax for a few minutes while you're pickpocketing until you get caught. In safe zones, you don't actually get loot when you're pickpocketing in Deadman. So what you can do, you can be really sneaky and you can lure a guard just outside into a dangerous point and then use it, but then you're probably going to have some PKs running around in those areas trying to find you as well. So it should be quite fun.
Yeah, yeah. I imagine there's going to be some cheeky strats we see during this Deadman, which I'm looking forward to. All right, next question. Will tier 3 sigils still be unobtainable below combat level 90 besides buying them on the GE?
Yeah, we've not made any changes to what tier of sigils you can get based on the bracket, so it'll be the same as last Deadman. You have to be in the higher brackets to get the better sigils, or the better chance of getting a better sigil as well.
Sick. I will just say there's a question in chat. Where is Nigel and Lumbridge? He's in the graveyard as far as I'm aware. Unless I'm wrong, Manked. I'm pretty sure he's in the graveyard. So yeah, go talk to him there. All right. What was the thought process behind adding no new relevant PKing sigils while only adding new PVM or skilling sigils?
There are. There's a few PKing sigils. We've got the Onslaught, which increases your AoE attacks. You've got Restoration, which heals you. That can be used in PvP. We've got the Sigil of Barrows, which I saw in the chat, which is 40% accuracy for the weapons. I don't think you actually need the individual, the whole sets. It is literally just the arms. And I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of other combat sigils for PvP. So I'm not sure where that came from, but yeah, no, there's a bunch.
Yeah, where are you getting this information from, chatter? Whoever this was, what are you doing? Check your sources. All right, next question then, which is quite an interesting one actually. Will each hit splat on the Sulfur Blades have a chance to proc the sigil of the Formidable Fighter?
So no, that won't. I think it does work for consistency, but that's only +1 for each hit, so it's not too great. I know there is a weapon that does work with the Formidable Fighter that I'm sure players will find out very early on, but yeah, we'll let them figure that out.
Yeah, I mean you've only got less than 24 hours to go, guys. So you can maybe wait a little bit. There'll probably be some surprises in there. You got to leave something for you. All right. Will the DMM ornament kits work like League ornament kits in regards to PVM def?
Yep. So kind of covered this a little bit earlier, I guess, but on death, if you do actually lose the item, like you lose your MA2 cape, that cosmetic will be lost. But then if you just want to, go to Nigel and use 20 capes on him, then you've got 20 capes to work with. So when you die, you don't have to keep on using the ornament kit back on the cape. So yeah, it should be fun.
Awesome stuff. All right. Thank you very much, mate. I know some people in the chat were talking about Torag's hammers and stuff like that. So is that
no,
same vein?
They're the same. Yeah.
Yeah. So just so you are aware. Right, next one. Is the corrupted recolor only for the AGS, or it can be used on any Godsword?
It is currently only the AGS. I feel like, although I do like, cosmetic overrides for a bunch of different items, I think we need to be strict as well to an extent and not just be like, this can be used for everything, because otherwise we limit, future potential reward space. So it will just be the AGS, yeah.
Awesome. All right, thank you for that, Manked. All right, I've got to mark the ones we're doing, man. We're whizzing through these like on a rapid pace. So, all right, next one. I heard Fairy Rings will now unlock at the start, and in Leagues 4 you started with a Dramen Staff. So my question is, do you start with a Dramen Staff in DMM Armageddon also?
So technically, no, but if you speak to one of the very generous combat tutors in Lumbridge, so that's the range melee or mage one, they will give you a Dramen Staff. However, it is a one-off Dramen Staff, so do not lose it. I think the only way you actually lose it is if you drop it, or you go above 20 wilderness and die either, I think, to a PK, then you'll lose it, and you'll have to go to the actual tree and chop another one and all of that. So yeah, you get a free one, don't lose it.
Awesome stuff. I saw in chat as well, does the AGS, is it both AGSs, Manked, or is it just the classic?
There's only one AGS I know. I don't know an ancient Godsword.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I just thought I'd check because there was a couple. So I'm being baited. It's fine. All right. Do you still need to pay for the Arceus Fairy Ring?
No, you don't. But you do need to go to Korend first.
Awesome stuff. There you go. Go to Korend and you got it. All right. Will the first starter pack we get when we log into DMM server contain 5k? I need to know for the route I'm planning. I feel like we shouldn't say just to ruin this one person's routing, Manked.
I feel like they'll find they probably already know at this point, so we'll let everyone else know at least. Yeah, we still give out 5k in the initial starter pack, and if you didn't know this, every 24 hours I think it resets at either midnight BST or 1 a.m. BST. But if you do claim another starter kit there, you get another. I think you do get another 5k coins, and you get another sigil as well, tier 1 sigil. So it's free money and free sigils.
Sick. That's what we love to hear. All right. How does the transition between combat brackets happen? Do you hit the appropriate combat level and just get logged off right then, or do you have a timer to log or hop by?
So when you do level up, you cannot really interact with anything in the game. But the good thing is, obviously, you can't get XP while you're in combat with another player. So you can't accidentally, I'm fighting you, and then I level up, and then you just get to kill me for free, basically. No, that doesn't happen. But yeah, you're allowed to bank, I want to say 3 more times, but you can't really do anything. So you pretty much have to log out and hop. But you can, to make full use of your protection, obviously you get 1 hour of protection in every time you go up a bracket, which means, you're completely safe for that hour, which is lovely for people who don't want to get attacked. You can kind of plan that better. Like, let's say you get some dragon bones and you want to go use them at the Chaos Altar. You could buy them from the GE once you've leveled up, and you could run up to the altar and then log out and then, start your protection then. But you won't be able to fight back if you do that. So keep that in mind as well. Maybe it's better just to log out early and have protection when you're running up there.
Yeah, very good advice. Very good advice, Mank. The Mank's full of so much insight, man. It's so good. How will quest rewards have boosted XP?
Yep, I'd say quests are one of the best way to get XP in Deadman. But again, if you're casual, it is like 10 times XP for the first 2 brackets and 15 times XP for combats in the last 3 brackets. So you don't need to do quests. If you don't want to do quests, you can chill and kick some sand crabs or train however you want, and you'll still get really fast XP. But yeah, quests are the best XP.
Yeah, maybe for those, again, less versed in PvP or escaping, maybe do some quests that people aren't going to do. Take my advice earlier. Is very useful. All right, I saw something in chat that do we get any points for auto unlocking quests?
Yep, you literally. So like I said, I didn't say this actually. If you get to the top bracket, the 126 bracket, you will already get a bunch of points. I won't say exactly how much it is, but you do get a lot of points for literally just playing. So yeah, it is. If you could specifically pick the quests that give you more quest points, because that will equal more points.
Sick, very good. So planning your route, it might take a little bit of a different turn now. You guys know that. How do shop restocks work?
So we've got specific shops that will restock quicker. It isn't all shops, and it's very likely only shops that you've kind of seen restock faster in the past. I think that is, for example, the rune shop in Varrock. We have made the Dragon Scimitar shop on Apatol faster now, but it is very specific shops. I think it might also be the archery store in Varrock as well, but it's not all shops. They are. We specifically increase those, and if we did do all of them, I think it would take a lot of work. But we could do that in the future if it's heavily requested.
Right, I'm going to whiz through the next questions and something in chat, man, because I know that production have to finish up in a decent time. So unfortunately, we won't get onto the Twitch chat questions. So apologies. Someone in chat though has said, "I've talked to Nigel to delete Deadman profile, but I need to swap to a Deadman Armageddon world to complete it. Do I just log out now, or do I have to do this again tomorrow?"
Yeah, we'll speed run through all of these. Yes, just log out and then log in tomorrow, and you'll reset your account.
All right, sick. We're going to go fast. All right. Are sigils safe in the bank?
Yes.
How do I participate in the final?
Log in. You need to be within the combat bracket, and then you just log in. On the 3rd of August, you need to get into the appropriate bracket. We will announce when we're going to be starting another bracket, but just log in as soon as you can from 5 p.m. On the 3rd of August. That's when the worlds will all open. And yeah, you can stay in like a safe zone because the guarded area won't be removed until the finale actually starts in that world.
That caught me so off guard, man. Like, yeah, just log in, it'll be fine. All right, can I participate in all 5 finale worlds?
Yeah, if you want to be really sweaty and have 5 accounts built for all 5 worlds, go for it. Good luck.
Sick. All right, should I play in the finale if I don't have a team?
Yes. If you watch any content creators, or you just want to join like a completely random team, do it because you might not have like an official team, but you can just go to Spark Mac or someone, a content creator, saying, "Hey, what are you doing for the finale?" And I guarantee they'll say,
Oh no.
Just have a bunch of fun. Oh
yeah, I think you broke
yeah.
up there, but I'm sure you said yeah. Come along to whatever finale.
Yeah.
Manked. All right, quickly there, Manked. Is there any questions that we put in the script to the Twitch chat questions that you just want to just quickly answer that you think is important?
Sure. You can't gain XP during the finale. We've disabled that already. PvP is all over the map. Yeah. Items do not transfer to World 45. We're not going to tease any NPCs for the breaches, although I think there have been leaks out there. How many points for the rewards? 30k, around that. Ruthless Ranger will work because it will deplete people's run, so it will work even though there's unlimited run. It will just be a bit more difficult for that to work. Breaches are in every world and every bracket. Obviously it scales, but they happen at the same time. The random breach every day, that will happen at a specific time in the day in all of the worlds. Am I playing? Yes, I'll be playing late, but I will be playing. Blighted Overloads are tradable, so you don't need 83 Herblore. You can just trade them, so don't worry about having to get 83 Herblore. So if you look at the Deadman Apocalypse wiki, you can see the completed quests and basically what is completed when you choose. And I think boss combat achievements they give a lot of points. So yeah, I think that's a lot of them. Status Warhammer's 20 attack kill, and I'll stop there because otherwise we'll make people sad.
I mean, I imagine you can go on for ages saying that.
Oh yeah.
So sorry, we can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can answer more chat, but again, at some point, I'm sure you'll have questions and we'll answer them over the next couple of weeks. I'm just going to run through the announcements quickly, and then we will wrap up and raid someone after this. So stay tuned. ! Game update. This week sees Wild Gothic Sleep's feedback changes, drop table adjustments, more common burning claws drops, and more. Plus, Deadman Armageddon begins tomorrow, 5 p.m. BST. Make sure to go in there, check out all the information. It's very hype. If you haven't done it before, come and join in. If you're an avid PvPer, I'm sure we'll see you there. And if you want some tips, ! Video. We've got a bunch of content creators. Join Mank to give you some amazing tips and tricks that get you ready for this DMM. So check that out if you want some more. ! DMM. You can check out the blog to get yourself ready and see all the amazing cosmetics, a revised finale, better breaches, and more. So you can check that out there. If you want to know about Poll 82, we made some changes and added the questions in there. So you can use ! Poll 82 to see the changes for the minigame makeover poll. And finally, if you want to check out, we've got new emotes for you to use in the chat for both normal stuff and some special Wild Gothic Sleeps one. You can hit ! Jord Bear to check out the community creator Jord Bear and her profile and see all the amazing artwork that she has done. That is it. That is a wrap. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in to this wonderful DMM live stream. I hope you've all had a blast. I know myself and Mank will be watching very closely tomorrow as you all join into the worlds and take part in what seems to be one of the best DMMs we're going to do, according to Mank. So let's go. All right, Mank, any final words before we yeet ourselves?
Just a quick one for the clan broadcasts. You'll find out tomorrow whether they work or not. Pause champ.
Log in, as Mank would say. Log in, find out, it'll be fine. All right, we are going to raid Ashton. So stay tuned, send lots of love in the chat, and we will see you for Deadman Armageddon tomorrow at 5 p.m. BST. Have a lovely rest of the day and a lovely weekend, and we will see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.